Hello, greetings everyone. Today's session focuses on generative artificial intelligence, one of the most transformative areas of modern AI research and applications. Over the last few years, generative AI has revolutionized how machines create content such as text, images, audio, and videos. Unlike traditional AI systems that mainly classify or predict, generative models are capable of producing entirely new outputs that resemble human created content. In this lecture, we will explore the foundation concepts, architectures, applications, and ethical implications of generative AI technologies. Coming to the scope, in today's session, we will begin by understanding the significance of generative AI. We'll then explore major application domains, including the text generation, image synthesis, audio generation, video generation. It's across the multimodal. After understanding practical applications, we'll study the architectures behind these systems, particularly GPT, DALI, WaveGAN, Bit2Bit. Finally, we will discuss ethical concerns associated with generative AI, such as bias in misinformation, deepfakes, and responsible AI development. The objective is to understand not only how these models work technically, but also how they impact society and industry. In the scope of generative AI is a branch of artificial intelligence focused on generating new content by learning patterns from existing data. These systems can create text, images, music, speech, videos, and even synthetic environments. The key idea is that the model learns from the probability distribution of the training data and then generates new samples that resemble the already trained learned patterns. Generative AI heavily relies on deep learning architectures such as transformers, GANs, variational autoencoders, and diffusion models. The architecture chosen depends on the type of data and the application domain. For example, transformers are highly effective for sequential text data, whereas GANs are widely used for image synthesis. Applications for text generation. The generative AI has significantly transformed natural language processing applications. Large language models such as the GPT are capable of generating human like text for content creation, code generation, summarization, chatbots, and virtual assistants. Platforms like GitHub Copilot assist developers by generating code from the natural language prompts, while Grammarly improves writing quality through grammar and style suggestions. AI driven text generation systems are also widely used in marketing, customer support, email drafting, collaborative writing platforms. These applications demonstrate how the generative AI is moving from simple automation toward intelligent language understanding and contextual generation. Coming to generative AI applications for the text generation, this slide highlights how the large language models have become a major advancement in the natural language processing branch of AI. It is capable of understanding the context, semantics, and intent from the human language, from the natural human language. So applications include summarization, chatbot interactions, customer support automation, creative writing, grammar correction, analytical report generation. So the major strength of these models lie in their ability to predict what is the next token in a sequence while preserving the contextual relationships across long text passages. This capability allows them to generate coherent and context aware outputs. Now, let us see the architecture in OpenAI's GPT models. The GPT, in short, the full form is Generative Pre-trained Transformer. It represents one of the most influential breakthroughs in generative AI. The GPT models are built using transformer architecture, which relies on the attention mechanisms. to capture contextual dependencies in sequential data. The term pre-trained means the model is first trained on massive amounts of generate text data and then later fine-tuned for specific downstream tasks. So GPT models demonstrated that scaling the data and model parameters significantly improves language understanding and generation capabilities. Their ability to perform translation, summarization, coding assistant, and conversational interaction shows the versatility of the transformer based architecture. No, there is one ethical concern. We have to be very careful. We have to have use the caution before using directly the generative AI outputs. So this slide emphasizes an important caution regarding the generative AI outputs. Although these models produce highly convincing content, they do not truly understand information like humans. They cannot feel whether it is hurting or whether this is unethical way of telling. So they generate responses based on the statistical patterns which they have learned from the training data. As a result, they may hallucinate the facts, produce biased responses, or generate misleading information or maybe repetitive information. Therefore, the human validation and critical evaluation remain essential when using the generative AI systems in any domain, whether it's academic, healthcare, legal, or business context. For example, like the transformers operate on sequential data, and the core innovation in the transform is the attention mechanism, as we have mentioned previously, which allows the model to understand the relationship between the words regardless of their distance in the sequence. So earlier architectures like recurrent neural networks struggled with long range dependencies, but transformers process sequences in parallel and efficiently capture the contextual relationships. This capability is fundamental to the success of modern large language models. We'll discuss the components of the GPT models. The GPT models contain several important architectural components. Large scale pre training enables the model to learn linguistic patterns from the vast text corpora. Self attention allows the model to focus on relevant words while processing a token. Multi-head attention enables the model to learn multiple contextual relationships simultaneously. Coming to positional encoding, it provides sequence order information because transformers do not inherently understand token positions. So the positional encoding is a very important component. Vocabulary embeddings converts the words into dense vector representations, which will be later used in the architecture. Layer-wise auto-regressive decoding ensures that text generation occurs one token at a time based on previously generated tokens. So together, these components enable the contextual and coherent text generation. Coming to the advanced GPT components, this slide will explain deeper architectural details of the GPT in short. During the training, the mask self attention ensures that the future tokens are hidden so that the model learns auto-regressive prediction. Multiple transform layers are stacked to capture hierarchical representations ranging from words to sentences to paragraphs. Feed forward neural networks process information extracted by the attention layers, while layer normalization stabilizes the train. Activation functions such as ReLU introduce the nonlinearity into the model. Dropout is used as a regular mechanism to prevent the overfitting. Finally, the softmax converts the outputs into probability distributions over the vocabulary for next token prediction. These combined mechanisms enable GPT models to scale effectively and learn highly complex language patterns. Coming to the transformer translation example, In this example demonstrates how transformers process the language translation tasks. The input sentence is first tokenized into smaller units. Since the transformers lack inherent sequence awareness, positional encodings are added to preserve the token order. During the attention computation, each word attends to other relevant words in the sentence. For example, when processing the word sat, the model may focus strongly on cat and man because they provide the contextual meaning to the word sat. The resulting context-aware representations are then used by the decoder to generate translated text in the target language. This attention-based contextual understanding is the key innovation behind the transformer architectures. Coming to the visualizing the attention mechanism, attention mechanisms can be visualized as heat maps showing how strongly each token attends to others in the sequence. Stronger attention weights indicate higher contextual relevance. This dynamic focus mechanism enables transformers to understand semantic relationships more effectively than the traditional sequential models. Attention visualization is also useful for interpretability because it provides insight into which tokens influence the model's prediction. Coming to another modality, image. So, the image generation applications, generative AI has also transformed the image synthesis. Models such as DALL-E, StyleGAN, CycleGAN, Pix2Pix can generate realistic images, artistic styles, image translations, and super resolution outputs. These systems are widely used in digital art, gaming, advertising, medical imaging, design automation. GAN-based architectures are particularly effective because they learn to generate visually realistic images through adversarial training between two components called the generator and the discriminator. Let us see some of the image generation use cases, which illustrates the practical applications of the image generation models. These include artistic style transfer, dreamlike image synthesis, text to image generation, image enhancement, conditional image synthesis. Modern systems can generate highly realistic visuals from simple textual prompts. So, from text to images also can be generated. Such capabilities are now used in media production, entertainment, product design, virtual environments, and digital content creation. Now, let us understand one of the architecture, a model called DEL-E, which is an OpenAI model that extends language understanding into image generation. It combines textual understanding with visual synthesis to create images directly from the textual prompts. It demonstrates how the multimodal AI systems can bridge language and the vision tasks. DALL-E can generate highly creative and novel outputs, including imaginary objects that may not exist in reality at all. So, this showcases the generative power of deep learning models trained on large scale image text data sets. Let us learn about the components of DALL-E now. The DALL-E combines multiple generative AI concepts, like it uses GAN-based generative adversarial network-based principles for realistic image synthesis, encoder-decoder architecture to map text into latent representations. The latent space captures semantic relationships between textual prompts and images. Variational autoencoder-like structure introduced stochasticity, enabling diversity in the generated outputs. The model performs conditional generation, meaning the generated image depends directly on the textual input. High resolution training data further improves the visual quality and the realism. Prompt conditioned image generation and creative synthesis. Because the model is trained on internet scale data sets, it can generate diverse visual concepts. However, ethical concerns again arises because generated outputs may inherit biases from the training data or be used for misinformation and synthetic media creation. Therefore, responsible deployment and moderation becomes essential. This slide explains the complete flow of the DALL-E. The textual prompt is first encoded into a latent vector representation. This latent representation captures semantic meaning in a multi-dimensional space. The decoder then transforms this representation into an image using generative principles inspired by GANs and VAEs, that is the variational autoencoders. The stochastic nature of this latent space allows multiple diverse outputs from the same prompt so that not every time a similar image is generated. This process demonstrates how language and visual understanding are integrated within multimodal generative systems. Now let us see in this an external demonstration resource for understanding image generation and generative modeling visually. The demonstration videos are valuable because they help learn connect theoretical architecture with practical outputs generated by the AI system. Coming to another modality, audio. So the generative AI is not far behind and is also widely used in audio synthesis. Systems such as WaveGAN, WaveNet, NSynth, and Magenta generate speech, music, soundscapes, synthesized audio effects. Applications include text-to-speech systems, music composition, adaptive sound generation, multimedia production, gaming environments. These systems learn audio waveform patterns and generate realistic sound signals computationally. This slide will highlight practical audio generation applications, use cases including speech synthesis, music generation, personalized soundscapes, classical music composition, adaptive multimedia content generation. AI generated music and voice synthesis are increasingly being used in entertainment, podcasts, audiobooks, and virtual assistants. Let us understand one of the architecture called WaveGAN, which is specifically designed for generating raw audio waveforms. Unlike the GPT, WaveGAN primarily relies on convolutional neural networks rather than the transformers. CNNs are effective for processing spatial and temporal patterns in audio waveforms. The WaveGAN generates realistic audio by learning waveform distributions directly from the training data. We will see some of the components of the WaveGAN, which uses a GAN architecture consisting of a generator and a discriminator. The generator converts random noise into synthetic audio waveforms, while the discriminator differentiates between the real and generated audio. Through adversarial training, this generator progressively improves the realism because it is in a loop. Upsampling and convolutional layers capture hierarchical audio features and generate longer waveform sequences. Here, some of the additional components of WaveGAN, which discusses advanced architectural components including leaky renewed activation, batch normalization, TANH activation for generator outputs, sigmoid activation for discriminator outputs, adversarial loss functions. Here we are briefly discussing the components, and these techniques stabilize the training and improve waveform quality. Training requires large data sets of real audio samples so that the model can really learn how to generate the realistic sound distributions. Now we will discuss about the video modality. Applications include in the video synthesis, style transfer, video editing, narrative generation, super resolution enhancement, controlled motion synthesis. Video generation systems are computationally more challenging because they have to preserve both spatial and the temporal consistency across the frames. Now, this slide will discuss some of the video generation use cases, the practical applications, such as text to video synthesis, artistic video creation, motion control synthesis, and intelligent video editing. Such systems increasingly are used in film production, gaming, animation, advertising, and virtual reality applications. Let us discuss one of the architecture, Wit2Wit, which is a video-to-video synthesis framework developed by NVIDIA. It uses GAN-based architecture with convolutional and deconvolutional layers to generate realistic video sequences. The system transforms structured visual inputs such as sketches or semantic maps into coherent videos while maintaining spatial and temporal consistency. This slide we will discuss the components of the Wit2Wit. It relies on the conditional GANs where generation is conditioned on structured inputs such as segmentation maps or edge maps. The generator then synthesizes video frames while the discriminator evaluates the realism. The system focuses heavily on maintaining smooth transitions across frames to preserve temporal consistency. This is essential for generating the visually coherent videos. Some of the advanced components of Wit2Wit: additional modules such as conditional inputs, supervised training datasets, adversarial and temporal loss functions, pose estimation modules, post-processing techniques. All these components collectively improve the realism, motion consistency, and visual quality in synthesized video sequences. This slide clarifies that transformers are not typically used in waveGAN or Wit2Wit, but these applications primarily require convolutional processing of spatial and temporal patterns. Transformers excel in sequence to sequence language tasks, whereas CNN based architectures are often more efficient for waveform synthesis and video generation. That's why the architecture, it depends on the application and the modality in which it is used. Prompt engineering is a special and an essential skill in generative AI and has become very, very popular. The quality of the outputs produced by the AI system strongly depends on how prompts are designed. Effective prompts produce sufficient context constraints and objectives to guide the model toward desired outputs. So, prompt engineering is now widely used in the content generation, coding, video creation, analytical applications. So, all these slides like Gen AI functionalities and GPT applications are being customized for the domain specific tasks such as resume generation, AI humanization, advertisement creation, writing assistance, text to video generation, productivity enhancement, research analysis, programming support, educational applications. So, the rise of specialized GPTs shows how foundation models can be adapted into intelligent assistants for different industries and workflows. Coming to the ethical aspects of generative AI. Ethical concerns surrounding generative AI arise because these systems can produce highly realistic synthetic content. So, major concerns include that bias, misinformation, deep fakes, privacy violations, malicious usage, and harmful content generation. Since models learn from internet scale data, societal biases can be inherently embedded in it and can unintentionally propagate into the generated outputs. So, responsible AI development therefore requires fairness evaluation, moderation mechanisms, and ethical safeguards. The additional ethical considerations is issues such as inequality, lack of explainability, regulatory gaps, controllability challenges, and responsible AI governance. Generative AI technologies can amplify social inequalities if access remains limited to certain groups. Furthermore, deep neural networks often lack transparency, making it difficult to explain why this output has been generated, how to justify this prediction which has been made by the model. Therefore, ethical AI development must include accountability, transparency, fairness, and regulatory compliance throughout the AI lifecycle. Thank you everyone for your attention and participation.